6% from beyond the arc this year, a really good offensive presence for Bryant. But just watching her run the floor, incredibly.
The reset for the Pioneers. Hannah Kimmel will drive, and with that left hand, lay it in. Field, Pennsylvania had it, then had it stolen. 3-on-1 for the Pioneers as Williams dishes to Tarsi. Off the window and good. 7-point lead for Sacred Heart.
Was worried.
It was 19-10 as Sacred Heart heats up.
I have to apologize to our listeners. I didn't think that Sacred Heart would be able to spread the floor.
Hannah Kimmel making her moves on Leah Tacey for
Woo!
Hickey, who drives. Winder. The kick to Carrero for three. And Melissa Carrero.
You know, how long is this going to last? So Bryant finds a way. Look at Lorraine Etienne, and one.
Bryant is a powerhouse in just about everything. It's been remarkable to see what that university has done at shooting. And here's Gabby Washington, who will look to drain one in that basket from downtown. Gabby Washington. 9 from Gabby Washington.
Wow.
Banks open for 28 lead, up by 16, looking for a stop, and could potentially get the last shot. Now they won't get the stop.
To play in the contest.
A 13-point lead for the Pioneers. Inside, Morgan Olander was able to. Women's basketball beating Bryant today 49-42 as Janiqua Bailey. Washington going. Hannah Kimmel right now on the bench. Shepard open from the wing. Good! Olander has a couple of blocks today, and it will lead to 2 points for Bryant as Brianna Rucker. Catherine Haynes turns it over. Her pass from the elbow stolen by Winder, and Winder with an uncontested layup puts one up that gets rejected by Etienne. Then the drive by Janiqua Bailey, and she's able to score 12 points. Now Winder with 10. Here's Rucker inside for the lay-in, and it is a two. Too strong, and the struggles continue for Hannah Kimmel. And Bryant now with a chance to tie it. And they do. They have come all the way back as one. Catherine Haynes off the bench finds a cutting Gabby Washington. And that is good and one. And the years go on, but freshmen sometimes lose their cool and commit those 4-second fouls. And then they come back and they stop Janiqua Bailey. How about that from Catherine Haynes, who gets them on their feet with a big-time block.
I think she's trying not to smile, but in situations like that, where you do it right in front of the football team who just got their rings, that has re-energized this building. My goodness.
Williams up the floor for Haynes. Leaving it for Adacia Williams for the lay-in. And this tough Bryant defense, 9 to shoot. Shepard for 3, and the lead. Good! They needed a big-time shot, and they got it from one of their leaders, Katie Shepard from downtown. To take threes towards the end of the overtime. Here's Shepard underneath for Haynes. Catherine Haynes makes it a 3-point. 2-possession game. Shepard driving. Shepard the scoop and the make. Off down by 2 possessions. Janiqua Bailey inside for Rucker. She lays it in. The game
Thanks, Randy. Here with Shep, 13 points, 8 rebounds. It's not in your box score, it's in some 4 drawn charges. I think the key to this game was doing the little things right so the big things could follow. Talk about doing the little things right today.
You know what, this is a total team effort. Any way I can help, I can. You know, they're a very aggressive team in transition. We all know that. You know, I just try to get in the right position, take away some of their best players. I mean, we got some of their best players in foul trouble early, and then we kept trying to get to them in the second half. So, you know, you got to do the little things sometimes, and like you said, it doesn't show up in the box score, but it got us a win today, and that's all that matters to me.
You guys did some really nice things down the stretch. Even though you were outscored in the second half, you maintained your composure. Talk to me about that last play on that missed layup. You go into the huddle. What's the message there for the final 5 minutes of overtime?
You know, we got lucky. They came back and they had a really great game in the second half, and we didn't really come to play. And you know, this is another Mount game where we struggled a little bit in the second half, but we know in overtime it can go either way. Obviously, you're tied. We didn't want to lose this team. We got it at Bryant. We don't need to hear it, you know, for the rest of the year. If we see them on the road again, you know, we don't need to hear that. So, in overtime, we knew it was our game to lose. You got to protect your home court. We don't really lose at the Pitt Center often, so had to make sure that was the case today.
Really big job by Katie Shepard and her teammates. Big win to split the season series, the regular season series, with Bryant. Hopefully we get to see him again. We'll bring in Coach Minetti in just a moment. Shep, great job. Randy, back to you. Thanks, Randy. Back with Coach. Coach, you're a little nervous. Just talk to me about your initial reactions and thoughts coming off that big win.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, I think. The team fought really hard. We had a great first half. We built up a great cushion. It looks like 14 points seems to be our cushion to go into overtime for the second half. So I like the work we put in the first half. They made a great change in the second half coming out in zone, and we really weren't ready for it. Mentally, we just didn't get our toughness kind of in our own hands when we needed to. So fortunately, we responded. We kept getting rebounds. We kept trying to control pace of play, and I think that in the end, it kind of shook out in our favor.
You talk about rebounding. You faced a team who averages about 7 to 8 more rebounds than their opponent coming in. You guys completely manhandled them, starting with Ray in the first half, and then Catherine Haynes, what great minutes she gave you down the stretch. Your rebounding was huge and may have been the reason that you generated that win. What's the message when you face a team that coming in has more statistical rebound success than you?
Well, we just make it a huge point of emphasis. We've practiced it. We've done a really tremendous job over the last couple of practices with making sure that we have a defensive rebound on every possession. And then we're getting better at crashing the boards too, so it kind of hurt us a little bit down the stretch in transition, but the big message coming in was if you're not ready to rebound and finish the possession, they're going to beat you. They're going to outwork you, they're going to out-hustle you, and that's not happening. So they did a really good job executing that piece of the game plan.
Solid win for the Pioneers, who beat a team tied for second in the NEC. As you can see, the men are getting restless. We're going to settle up and get ready for that game coming up shortly on NEC Front Row. Randy?
Thanks so much.